Any issue this saw could give somebody, it has gave me. Got a finicky Chinese carburetor on it right now, the one that came with it. But I'll just tell you, that series of carburetor, it's really hard to get a good one. Usually ends up being the same issue with me, being a needle valve meter and lever diaphragm. Or either they just stop up and don't work at all. I've got a drawer full of them back here, and they're all the same carb, from a 290 all the way to a 460. You're welcome to pull your calipers and measure your venturi. You're gonna come up with 20 millimeter. This is what it is. Anyway, with that said, started out this build, everything looked nice coming out of the box. Hell, all the plastic and stuff feels nice and looks nice, fit nice, but went to put the cases together, got my crank dropped in the flywheel side. That's usually how I do it. Got my gasket out, was gonna put some glue on, tack it into place, and their own gasket set, had a 660 gasket set. Whatever, we went in, ordered a gasket, took like 2 weeks to get it here. I got my cases together, everything felt real nice. I don't like the fact that they put the seals in, ended up seal prolapsing on the PTO side, but I had seals here, wasn't no big deal. We just got another seal out and drove in it, whatever, it is what it is. Put the cylinder on, that cylinder looked nice. It wasn't even stamped Farmertec or anything, didn't look like a Farmertec. Come out of a Farmertec box, but I don't know what brand it was or where it come from, just something they've picked up and put in the kit, I guess. But didn't look like your typical Farmertec cylinder, but you know, we shown that on the unboxing video. Had a domed piston with it, not a pop-up, a true domed, which kind of made squish kind of funny on it, because the squish band in the cylinder is completely flat. Thing had over 50 thousandths squish. Had to cut a lot of material off of the base of it. Right now on the tightest spot, it's at 20 thousandths, but where we have a domed piston, it kind of tapers back to around 30 thousandths. But on a positive note, all the port timing on it was really good. It had, once I done my work to the exhaust port, everything said and done, 102. I set the transfers around 122, flattened them out. They're tapered or staggered, whatever you want to call it. I flattened them most of the way out. They still have the least little bit of taper. It tapers like a degree or so. Kept to the same angle that was on them when, you know, we opened up the lowers a little. We didn't completely hog them out or trench them out, but they're opened up to where they'll feed a little better. What else? Intake timing, it was pretty good. Honestly, little cleanups, all I had to do. I moved it about 20 thousandths, I think. I think we ended up around 156 total open to close duration, but I love it in the end. Seemed to work out pretty well, but I'm just really skeptical of it. It wants to rev to the moon. On a positive note, it was making 180 psi with a completely dry cylinder, so once the rings seat, you know, it's going to be north of 185 psi easily. But and again, we cut 30 thousandths plus off the base of the cylinder. Muffler, it's just the original dual port that come with it. I use that. But the carburetor, it's super finicky. I'll end up having to change it. I don't know. It could straighten out. It could get worse. Who knows? But it's either too rich or too lean. I'm talking like a 1/16 of a turn makes that big of a difference. Could be something to do with the meter and lever issue. Who knows? But I don't know when we'll get this thing out and around it. And one other thing, the damn, let's see, when I went to put the air filter on, the damn, that big baffle that the air filter sits over and that little stud goes in, when I tightened the air filter down, it just pulled the threads completely out of that. So we had to fix that to get the air filter on and tightened down, but it's all there, all good. And honestly, I'm about afraid to put the damn thing into a piece of wood. I'm kind of afraid that it's just gonna blow up and shit fly everywhere. But you know, a lot of the times builds like this will fool you. They'll be some of the best running saws you put together, but I don't know, the damn thing sure is snappy. And you know, she wants to be a high river, so you know, whatever, who knows how it'll turn out. I will say it is a good looking saw and has a really good feel to it. But then again, I'm skeptical of it, and it's one of the few ones I've put together here recently that I'm kind of afraid of. But whatever, we'll get her out and bar it up in a day or two. And I ain't got nothing big here to cut. The biggest piece of wood I got's probably 7 or 8 inches, so it ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna show us how well this saw runs. At the end of the day, she's 76 cc's and some change, 76 and a half, I think. But as always, you know, I thought I'd share this with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay safe and everybody have a good one.